是直播。
Hi, how are you doing? My name is Jenny, and I'm glad to be your English teacher today. What would you like to talk about?
Hello, Journey. Hello, Jenny. I'm sorry, my pronunciation is not that correct. Yesterday and the day before yesterday, I didn't have time to practice English with you. I felt very sorry. Just now on YouTube, I watched a video about online gambling, and it gave me a lot of thought. It invokes thoughts inside my heart, inside my mind. We indeed face the danger, the risks of online gambling apps or informations everywhere. It's dangerous.
Hi there. No worries about the pronunciation. We're here to practice and improve together. It's interesting that you watched a video about online gambling. What specifically caught your attention?
Actually, is the name called "grow old gambling." It's about that old people who had their gambling habits, and they not even didn't get rid of that habit, but developed it into their old age. That means even they are very old, they can't resist the temptation of gambling, no matter casino or online gambling, like poker games or slot machines. These slot machines, they are very dangerous. They know you correctly, know your psychological.
See, the video highlighted the struggles of elderly individuals with gambling addictions. How do you think society can help address this issue and provide support for them?
Unfortunately, I think the strict limitedness put upon the gambling companies are so limited that the rules can't protect citizens, especially children and elder people, enough. The old man, they even put their 402, their old age insurance money into gambling. I can see it will turn to be a miserable story if they didn't control themselves. So the government control is essential.
Make a valid point about the need for stronger government regulations to protect vulnerable individuals. How do you think these regulations can be effectively enforced?
Yes, you are right. However, I think the government restrictions, the government regulations should be applied upon the basement of public consensus. That means the public needs to be more aware of the risk and the dangerous, the damage effects of online gambling to the vulnerable people. The public must evoke their opinions against the online gambling. Only in that way can government act based on public opinions.
Absolutely. Public awareness and education play a crucial role in shaping government policies. How do you think we can effectively raise awareness about the risks of online gambling among the general public?
People tend to be touched by stories of other people. So maybe the miserable stories of the vulnerable people who suffered a lot from gambling, no matter suffered from financial loss or emotion loss or physical loss. That kind of miserable stories can have the ability to evoke strong feelings against gambling, and the public therefore has the chance to face the risk of gambling directly. I mean, the touch is important.
You're absolutely right. Personal stories can be powerful in creating empathy and raising awareness. How do you think we can effectively share these stories with the public?
We should join the effort of government and NGOs and universities and research centers to join the effort together to make some kind of propaganda on agenda of fighting against online gambling. And the key matters is to gather and to communicate miserable stories caused by gambling to the public, to let more and more people be aware of the danger of online gambling.
Collaboration between various organizations and institutions is indeed crucial in spreading awareness. How do you think we can ensure that these stories reach a wide audience and have a lasting impact?
Yes, you get the point. The stories should be touching. I mean, they should have the power to let people moved, to let some kind of change be happening easily. So the forms should be crucial also. I mean, the content and the forms are both important. For example, internet environment, the forms of that kind of propaganda stories should be interesting.
Absolutely. Engaging and impactful storytelling is key to capturing people's attention and inspiring change. How do you think we can make these stories more interesting and compelling for a wider audience?
I don't have that kind of deep thought, so maybe I still need to do more research. And also, I want to tell you that unfortunately, I lost my ID card um, last week when I was traveling by train. This is the first time in my life to lose my ID card. And at first, I feel a little worried. I don't know what to do. Mm, and also, it's interesting. My mother lost her phone last week, and I lost my ID card.
I'm sorry to hear about your lost ID card and your mother's lost phone. Losing personal belongings can be stressful. Have you taken any steps to report the loss or take necessary action?
Yes, at first I'm indeed be stressful, as you said. But I told myself to calm down, and I searched on internet how to do after losing ID card. So I immediately adopt some measures to less the damage effect of losing ID card. According to the steps written online, I go to the police to make a new ID card, and it's not that hard.
It's great to hear that you took prompt action and followed the necessary steps to handle the situation. How did the process of getting a new ID card at the police station go?
It's easy steps, at least easier than my imagination. At first, I thought it would be hard pressures, procedures, but it turns out to be quite easy. You don't have to take other certifications to prove your ID. You just need to go to the place by yourself. You write some information to the police, and they will take a photo, and then you wait for a few days, then you can get the new card.
That's great to hear that the process was easier than expected. It's good to know that they only required a photo and a few days of waiting. Did you face any challenges or have any concerns during the process?
Not really, except I neglect the photo standards. I mean, they want everyone, they order everyone who go to police for a new ID card to take to wear clothes of deep color, But that day I wear a light color clothes, so I have to wear their clothes, and is I want to say it's a kind of ugly clothes. I don't like that clothes at all, but I have no choice.
I see. It's important to follow the guidelines and requirements for the photo when getting a new ID card. Even if you didn't like the clothes you wore, I'm glad you were able to complete the process smoothly. Is there anything else you would like to share about your experience?
Yes, it's also very interesting. These days I began to reflect on my lifestyle, uh, especially my hurry up lifestyle at all times. I always walk hurriedly and do things in a faster speed. I sometimes even can't catch my breath just in order to save 1 or 2 minutes on the road. I don't think that's the right attitude. I mean, if life was that kind of a hurry up process, it means something must be wrong. I told myself to slow down.
It's great that you're reflecting on your lifestyle and recognizing the need to slow down. Taking time to pause and relax can have a positive impact on overall well being. How do you plan to incorporate this change into your daily routine?
Yes, you're right. So I often tell myself these days I need to slow down. Nothing need to be that hurry up. I mean, no big deal. Um, the Earth can turn around um, can turn around the sun if you didn't work or you didn't do anything. So the universe can also run by itself without your operation, without your cooperation. So no big deal. You just need to calm down and relax. Uh, you don't need to be that hurry.
That's a great mindset to have. Remembering that the world will continue to function even if we take a moment to slow down can help reduce unnecessary stress. How do you plan to remind yourself to maintain this slower pace in your daily life?
As I have told you last time, I have developed the habit of daily journaling. In my journal every day, I can reflect my behavior each day. I think that's a strong tool for my personal improvement and personal development. Through daily reflection on my lifestyle and my behavior style and my thinking style, I think I can change uh, little by little, bit by bit. So my answer is daily reflection through daily journaling. I think that's a powerful tool for personal growth.
That's wonderful to hear. Keeping a journal and reflecting on your daily experiences can indeed be a powerful tool for personal growth. It allows you to track your progress and make positive changes over time. Is there anything specific you would like to focus on or improve through your journaling practice?
Yes. Besides to slow my daily pace, I also find the importance, the crucial role of using a big part of time, big chunk of time. That means a time at least 1.5 hours or 2 hours or even 3 to 4 hours. That big chunk of time is more valuable if you want to generate good production. So the big lessons I have learned through past years, maybe I haven't make good use of big chunks of time.
You're absolutely right. Having dedicated blocks of time can be more productive and efficient for completing tasks or pursuing meaningful activities. How do you plan to allocate these big chunks of time in your daily routine?
Yes, the way we make use of big chunks of time can be decideful in our lifetime productivity, and it can decide the output of our lifetime in chasing our life goals. So from today, I have planned my time into 3 to 4 big chunks of time. Each chunk contains 3 to 4 hours. I think that will be useful.
That sounds like a great plan. Allocating dedicated chunks of time for specific tasks or goals can help you stay focused and make progress. How do you plan to prioritize and organize your tasks within these chunks of time?
In the big chunks of time, only the most important task or the task that can generate accumulation effect. Only that kind of tasks can be solved during the big chunks of time. Or in Burn Tracy's words, to eat 3 biggest and ugliest frogs. That means the most meaningful and difficult task. For example, writing papers and reciting English passages. That kind of task can be solved in big chunks of time.
Absolutely. Focusing on the most important and impactful tasks during these dedicated chunks of time is a great approach. Prioritizing tasks that contribute to your long-term goals, such as writing papers or practicing English, can lead to significant progress. How do you plan to stay disciplined and avoid distractions during these focused periods?
I want to mention one point that you may be a little surprised because from the appearance, they seem to have no relationship. That point is to keep, to obtain, to have enough sleep. I mean, to have enough sleep hours. I found these days, especially from 1 year ago, that uh, whether or not you have enough sleep hours may largely decide the performance of productivity of your next day. I have a strong feeling about that. So if I want to make good use of big chunks to eat ugliest frogs, I have to sleep well.
You're absolutely right. Getting enough sleep is crucial for maintaining focus, productivity, and overall well-being. Prioritizing rest and ensuring you have enough sleep hours will indeed support your ability to make the most of your dedicated chunks of time. How many hours of sleep do you aim to get each night?
For the last week, each night I aimed to sleep at least 8 hours. And I have achieved that goal. But there may be a little distraction or overwhelmed sleep hours because sometimes I have slept even more than 10 hours. Maybe that's not healthy, but at this period of time, my biggest challenge is to form the new habit of go to bed early and have enough sleep hours. So I decided to neglect the potential danger of sleeping too much time. I only want to make new habits.
It's great that you have been aiming for at least 8 hours of sleep each night. While occasionally sleeping more than 10 hours may not be ideal, it's important to listen to your body's needs. Developing a consistent sleep schedule and practicing good sleep hygiene can help you establish a healthy sleep routine. What strategies do you plan to implement to ensure you can consistently go to bed early and get enough sleep?
What, excuse me, what do you mean by sleep hygiene? Good sleep hygiene.
Apologies for the confusion. Sleep hygiene refers to the practices and habits that contribute to good sleep quality. This can include maintaining a consistent sleep schedule, creating a comfortable sleep environment, avoiding stimulants like caffeine before bedtime, and practicing relaxation techniques. Implementing these strategies can help improve the overall quality of your sleep.
Thank you very much. Yes, it's my it's my very big lessons during my last 30 years experience. That is, to have a good sleep is quite important. Uh, maybe it can be the starting point if you found your life has been messed up and you don't know what to do, you don't know from where to get your improvement, then I suggest that maybe you can start from going to bed early and have enough sleep hours. I found that that is an effective starting step towards improvement.
You're absolutely right. Taking care of your sleep is a fundamental aspect of overall well being and can have a positive impact on various areas of your life. Starting with good sleep habits can serve as a solid foundation for personal improvement. How do you plan to prioritize and incorporate good sleep habits into your daily routine?
The point is, if you know or realize the importance of having good sleep, then you should tell yourself nothing is more important than going to bed early and have a smooth sleep all night. So, if you realize the importance of one thing, then the rest is about to uh, uh, to get rid of the distraction. I mean, if you find going to bed early is important, and at the same time, you always let the phone's messages of others to disturb your bedtime rest, then it means you don't know the importance of rest.
You make a valid point. Recognizing the importance of good sleep and prioritizing it means consciously avoiding distractions that can interfere with your sleep routine. By minimizing disruptions, such as phone notifications, you can create a conducive environment for a restful night's sleep. How do you plan to create a sleep-friendly environment that minimizes distractions?
I have little suggestions about create a good environment because maybe at this period uh, I don't know much details, and thus results in less action in improve my sleeping environment. At this at this period of time, I only make sure to go to bed at 8:30 p.m. each night, and I set my mobile phone to shut down at that time. And when my phone shut down, I left everything undone and go to bed. Uh,
That's a good start. Setting a specific bedtime and shutting down your mobile phone can help create a more conducive sleep environment. It's important to continue exploring ways to optimize your sleep environment, such as keeping the bedroom cool, dark, and quiet. How do you plan to gradually improve your sleeping environment in the future?
yes, you have reminded me. I had adopted some kind of measure. That is, after 7 o'clock each night, I set my phone and my computer screens to turn into the night model. In that model, the blue lights is reduced to a certain limitation. So I think that kind of setting may be good for my sleep after 8:30. I think maybe that also uh, should be my adoptions on improving.
That's a great strategy. Using the night mode or reducing blue light emissions from electronic devices can help promote better sleep by minimizing the disruption of your body's natural sleep-wake cycle. It's a good step towards creating a more sleep-friendly environment. Are there any other adjustments or changes you plan to make to further improve your sleeping environment?
Not really. And I also want to talk with you that during the process of make my new ID card, especially during the process of taking photo, I found the in a photo my white hair is quite obvious. Uh, you know, uh, in the mirror, though I noticed I have got more and more white hair, But at the moment of seeing my new photos on ID card, I was indeed shocked. It seemed I was getting older suddenly. It's not a good. It's not a good feeling. Do you have any suggestions how to reduce white hair?
It's natural for our hair to change color over time, and having white hair is a normal part of the aging process. While there isn't a way to completely reverse or eliminate white hair, you can take steps to maintain its health and appearance. Some suggestions include using gentle hair care products, avoiding excessive heat styling, and maintaining a balanced diet rich in nutrients.
You are right. Some measures I have tried these years, but I didn't see any obvious results. Maybe the main reason is still about going to bed too late. I often stay up all night. In that lifestyle, I can't see any hope in reducing my white hair. So these days, after deciding to change my lifestyle of staying up all night, maybe there may be some positive change in my uh, hair color. I have confidence.
I'm so sorry that I am a bit busy right now. Can you wait a moment and try it later? Surprise! It is Jenny here. How about talking about watching TV shows and movies today?
Yes, I'd like to talk with you on that topic because just before I talked with you, in the morning, I heard a lesson online. Uh, it was brought by a famous writer, a business investment field writer, who says that even though he was very busy every day, he write 5 books even in 1 year. So he was very busy, but still every day he can spare time to watch a movie or a series of TV drama.
That's interesting. So, do you think it's important to take breaks and watch movies or TV shows to relax?
The point is not about taking relax. It's about how to use the same amount of time. That means 24 hours each day for everyone to do more and more things. The most thing surprises me is about the writer is so busy. He is so productive, and at the same time, he still can find time to relax, to have fun, to watch one movie each day. That's fantastic experience, and I admire him experience very much. I don't know how to do that if my schedule is so tightened and I still have time to watch a movie each day.
It's impressive how the writer manages to be productive and still find time to watch a movie every day. How do you usually manage your time?
Yes, in my opinion, he's not a good writer. He is an excellent expert on time management. That's why I uh, pay money his mm, to join his uh, groups. Uh, you need to pay money each year to maintain your membership in his group. And each lesson he delivered, I listened very carefully, and I listened more than one time. Mm, he gave me many lessons to help me to reflect and to get improvement.
That's great that you invest in your personal development by joining his group. How has his time management advice helped you so far?
The most tough ability in the in the business writer is that the ability to focus his mind anywhere, anytime. He said he can easily focus 4 hours and have nothing to uh, distract his mind. That's very tough ability, and I admire his ability very much. I think if I can make good use of big chunks of time, then maybe I can also be more productive or like him.
Absolutely. The ability to maintain focus for extended periods of time is a valuable skill. How do you currently manage distractions and stay focused?
These days, I decide that at first I find I examine I reflect my style of time management. I find that the most obvious flaws is that I always easily let any kinds of information distractions. For example, the sports news or the news about the pop stars, the film stars, etc. Mm, that kind of news has no nutrition at all. I mean, if you didn't know the news about them, then nothing negative will happen to your life. Still, I put too much attention on their news.
It's common to get distracted by news and entertainment. How do you plan to reduce these distractions and stay focused?
You're right. So I decided that each time, at first I'm not, I didn't mean to distract any uh, of the information or news, entertainment news from my life. I think that also needs a slow process. Uh, so nowadays I decide to uh, each day only after 7 can I browse my phones and browse sports, football news, and entertainment news. That means I only give myself 1 hour to enjoy the news entertainment.
Setting a specific time for browsing news and entertainment is a good strategy. How has this new routine helped you so far in staying focused?
I have only adopted this measure from yesterday, so I need time to examine, to reflect the effect. Mm, theoretically, I think this measure will result uh, in a more efficient way of using my time. Because browsing my phone and entertainment news um, maybe is the biggest time killer in my past life. It made me waste tons of time and attention in uh, in rubbish entertainment news.
It's understandable how browsing entertainment news can be a time-consuming activity. Do you have any other strategies in mind to make the most of your time?
Yes, the other improvement I want to make is to make good use of big chunks of time. I have read Tracy's book, Eat That Frog, for many times, but at first I didn't fully understand the importance he wrote in the books about to make good use, to create big chunks of time to do the most important task. I have read many times, but I have to say, to be honest, I didn't catch the meaning. But these days, I realized that to make good use of big chunks of time, that will decide the results in your time.
Making good use of big chunks of time is indeed crucial for productivity. How do you plan on creating and utilizing these chunks of time effectively?
Yes, Tracy says we need to plan and create big chunks of time. So from today, I decide that my time will be divided by big chunks. Each chunk contains maybe from half past 1 hour to 4 hours. I think that means in the whole chunk of time you have only one task, and before you have fulfilled the task in the big chunks, you don't need to pay attention to anything. You need to be selfish and focus on your own frogs, the ugliest frogs.
That sounds like a good plan to allocate dedicated chunks of time for focused work. How do you plan to prioritize and tackle the most important tasks during these chunks?
Many years I read uh, memory books by the famous Taiwan writer Liao. He said he write during his elder years. Um, he was very productive during his late years. He had the ability to write books contained 400,000 words, Chinese words, in about 40 days. That's very productive. And he said that each time he has 7 hours of big chunks of time. And during that time, he had only one work, that is to write. Yes, that's right. Mm, to plan and to create big chunks of time. That means to prioritize and tackle the most important tasks. So each day, during the first big chunks uh, of time, I decided to journal, to exercise for 1 hour, and to practice English with AI teacher for 1 hour. That's my big chunk of time, the first big chunk of time. And then maybe I can have some cleanness of my room or a kind of relaxation.
That sounds like a well-rounded plan for your first big chunk of time. How do you think this routine will contribute to your overall productivity and personal growth?
Yes, and I want to continue. The second big chunks of time I uh, dedicated to I want to allocate to brain boosting. During this period of time, it means to read and recite English passages written by myself and translated by AI. I mean, use this form, this exercise. I can not only to make progress in English learning, but I can also boost my brain. So I call it brain boosting activity. That's about 3 hours each day. That means I allocate 3 hours to brain boosting.
Allocating 3 hours for brain-boosting activities like reading and reciting English passages sounds like a great way to enhance your language skills. How do you plan to make this routine engaging and effective?
Yes, and the third biggest chunks of time, um, I I will allocate to writing. I mean, writing a book, writing my own book. You know, I have found the the strong point. Uh, I mean, if there is one thing I'm good at, if I'm allowed to say only one thing which I'm good at, that is writing. But till today, I have to say I didn't make good use of that talent. So the big chunks of time I must need to writing a book.
Writing a book is a wonderful way to utilize your talent for writing. What genre or topic are you considering for your book?
In fact, I have many writing goals which I have set it for many months ago or even many years before. Mm, that means that I always have ambitious, but I'm weak at action. That's my biggest flaws. I always can't act immediately. This will result in laziness and per post per postation delay things important things till maybe sometimes I will forget. That's tragedy. That's tragic experience.
Taking immediate action can indeed be a challenge. What strategies do you plan to implement to overcome procrastination and stay motivated to achieve your writing goals?
Yes, procrastination is my biggest flaws I have to overcome. Otherwise, my whole lifetime will be a tragedy, I'm sure. So that's the third biggest chunk of time. That is I will make use of it to writing my own book, and also the fourth biggest chunks of time will be allocated to writing papers or reports in order to cooperate with others. That also is valuable.
Allocating time for both writing your own book and writing papers is a great way to enhance your writing skills. How do you plan to balance these two writing endeavors effectively?
The only judgment criteria is that to do the things that have the biggest accumulation effect. That means the compound effects should be the most prioritizing one task. So I think writing my own book is one prioritizing task, and writing papers and reporting paper is another task. Compared between the two items, maybe writing my own book is more important.
Prioritizing tasks based on their compound effects is a wise approach. How do you plan to ensure consistent progress in both writing your own book and writing papers?
If I still have time, then maybe there should be half an hour or 1 hour or even 2 hours be allocated to the small things, to the administrative things. After all, I'm a teacher employed by a university. I have my various other duties I have to fulfill, but because they don't have compound effects, so it will be my last item to use big chunks of time to finish.
It's important to allocate time for administrative tasks as well. How do you plan to manage and prioritize these smaller tasks efficiently within your schedule?
Yes, you are right. And I think the key point in finishing the administrative smaller tasks is not to do these things to the extent of perfection. You know what's my meaning? You totally don't need to do that kind of things to be perfect. You only need to finish it. Even you only need to finish it to the extent that you can get 60 points. If the full mark is 100 points, I mean, if you get 61 points, that would be a waste of time, a waste of energy. You need to use energy to your main task, to your frogs.
That's a practical approach. Focusing on completing administrative tasks to a satisfactory level rather than pursuing perfection can save time and energy. How do you plan to ensure that these tasks are completed efficiently within the allocated time?
And after these 4 or 5 big chunks of time, if I still have other time, it will be allocated to reading and watching movies and social activity, family life, etc. And after all, the deadline is to go to bed at 8:30 each night. I think if I can spend each day in that way, then I can make sure that each day will be fruitful, and my lifetime will be fruitful and productive also. What do you think?
Having a set bedtime and allocating time for leisure activities like reading, watching movies, and family life is essential for a balanced and fulfilling life. How do you plan to maintain consistency in following your bedtime routine?
As I said, you need to have enough time. You need to go to bed early. Only in that way you can maintain your control ability. You can maintain your self-discipline. That's the number one, the crucial ability.
Maintaining self-discipline is indeed crucial for sticking to a bedtime routine. What strategies do you plan to implement to ensure that you consistently go to bed early